Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, we've got another Sweet Baby Inc. flop to report on to you guys today because Unknown 9 Awakening coming from Bandai Namco and a couple of others out there, it looks like it is going to flop absolutely huge. Either way, it's going to be really bad. It's going to flop really hard, ladies and gentlemen. And this could actually probably explain some of Bandai Namco's massive layoffs and cuts that they're working on right now. The almost $150 million that they've decided to cut out of their project and just completely and totally write it off because they probably know they have another disastrous dumpster fire on their hands. And the numbers are looking absolutely poor. The interest is literally zero for this game practically. And it's literally getting ratioed into oblivion on its own preview gameplay trailer out there. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the fans are not happy in any way, shape, or form. They are making their voices heard, and they are understanding the fact that anything that Sweet Baby Inc. touches turns to dust, and that's probably why this game is going to completely and totally flop. Plus, it already looks like crap, so hey, here we go. Color us shocked there. So we're going to check out this article from thatparkplace.com, getting all of the juicy details of how much of a flop this thing's going to end up being. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share with all your friends, and subscribe or follow if you have not already, boys and girls, because we are grinding, we are growing. We have just crossed 500 subscribers. We're on our way to 6, and I could not do that without every single one of you. Also, let us know in the comment section down below. Does it surprise you at all that another Sweet Baby Inc. game is going to absolutely flop and turn into a disastrous dumpster fire, and that the fans are already calling it out, or were you actually cautiously optimistic for Unknown 9 Awakening and may still look into it when it comes out? Let us know what you think about all that in the comment section down below. All right, from thatparkplace.com and our dear sweet John F. Trent. Unknown 9 Awakening, the next Sweet Baby Inc. game, already looks like a complete and utter financial disaster, and I'm here for it, boys and girls. And I mean, seriously, look at this. This is your main protagonist. What do you want to bet? And I'm 99% sure I've already seen this before, but what do you want to bet the actress, the voice actress that they based this character on, looks way more gorgeous than this uglified version of a woman that they have decided to put on the screen for this game? A color of shock there that nobody's interested in it. The Sweet Baby Inc. Infected, I love that, good word usage, John, Infected Unknown 9 Awakening from developer Reflector Entertainment that is being published by Bandai Namco, which means they're going to help front the bill for it, already looks to be a complete and utter financial disaster. Oh, yay. The game, which releases on October 17th, literally, depending on the time you're watching this video, tomorrow, currently sits in position on number 794 on Steam's top seller list and just 349 on Steam's DB most wishlisted upcoming Steam games. That is ridiculous because the top sellers list means people have already pre-ordered, they've already put their money down, they've already bought it. To only have that be there, that is absolutely business. Because I guarantee you this is another one of those games they spent probably 3 or 4 years, 5 years on, $100 million, $200 million on, and yeah, this is not the numbers that they are looking for. And trust me, Bandai Namco sees all of this. Furthermore, Bandai Namco collaborated with streamer and former Game Informer writer Marcus Stewart to stream the game alongside creative director Christopher Rousseau. And according to Twitch Tracker, the entire stream on Twitch only received a peak viewership of 387, and its average viewership was just 274. Now, to me, a guy like me that's a much smaller YouTube channel out there, much smaller streaming channel, it's one of those numbers sound great to me. But would you compare them to Bandai Namco's other preview of Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero? Yeah, it's a little bit different. And now the argument can be made, of course, Dragon Ball is a much bigger brand, a much bigger franchise, but still, the numbers are drastically insane from a company like Bandai Namco. As of the writing, the stream received just a total of 8,900 views. For comparison, the Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero early access trailer received a total of 84,570 views. Yeah. Not even a tenth, basically a 10%. 10% is what they got for The Awakening compared to Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero. That is insane. That stream had an average viewership of 3,350 viewers and hit a peak viewership of 4,323. Like, insane. 387 peak compared to 4,323. That's a little bit of a slight difference. Over on YouTube, the video performed marginally better based on total views. The stream currently has 9,210 views, but it's already has almost a 2-to-1 negative ratio. It currently has 257 likes compared to 428 dislikes. Fans are not happy, they are pissed, and they are making their voices heard. God bless the internet. Gamers were not just disliking the game, they were expressing their distaste in the comments too. One user wrote, "The devs didn't even try. What's the point of releasing this trash?" Another posted, "Where the hell are the demons and the chainsaws and the fireballs and the giant swords and all the cool stuff games are supposed to have?" That's probably a little bit of tongue-in-cheek. Commendable that Bandai is trying to salvage this train wreck, but it's too late. Modern audiences, you need to support this game so they can make more in the future. I don't know if that was sarcasm or honesty, but either way, it's absolutely hilarious, and I do hope they support this. But considering we know that this is made for a modern audience that doesn't exist, based on these numbers alone, we can prove that, well, it's going to flop harder than anything you've ever seen. Well, actually, probably not harder than Concord, because, yeah, that was the biggest gaming disaster in history. Also another Sweet Baby Inc. influenced game. On top of this data, YouTuber Dr. Disaster previously shared that the game had poor retail pre-orders. He stated, "This person who runs 9 retail stores in a highly populated area. I'm being told that in all 9 stores combined, there hasn't been a single pre-order for Unknown 9 Awakening." This guy is probably like a general manager, like a district manager in charge of several different stores out there in like some kind of major city. And literally, that is insane. Even if this is a town of 300 to 400 to 500,000 people, right? Which is a pretty sizable town right there. It's not like millions or something like that. But even if it's that, I mean, in order to have 9 of the exact same store, that's got to be a huge area out there. I mean, seriously, I live in a town of like 300,000 people. We never had 9 GameStops in our area. Certainly not 9 Best Buys or anything like that. That's got to be a big town. And to have zero pre-orders, it means that there is no interest in this game for the general audiences in any way, shape, or form. He says, "And I was recently contacted by someone else who works in the retail industry who claims to run 14 stores. I'm still vetting this person, but I will disclose this to you. I'm being told from this person that those 14 stores also have no single pre-order for Unknown 9 Awakening." That's insane. 9 stores, 14 stores. What size of city do you live in? And how many of your cities have a single store that has either 9 or 14 versions of it? That's got to be huge. And that's pathetic. And here's where we get to the Sweet Baby Inc. stuff. It's not surprising the game appears to be a failure out of the gate, given consultancy Sweet Baby Inc. worked on it. Sweet Baby Inc.'s co-founders, David Bedard and Kim Ballar, were listed in the game's credits section on an entry for the game for the Shorty Awards. Confirmed. Sweet Baby Inc. was directly involved in the development of this game. Color us shocked there. Bedard is credited as the brand content manager at Reflector Entertainment Ltd, while Belair is credited as the story architect at Sweet Baby Inc. Literally a game made by Sweet Baby Inc. They were the story architects. Wait, I thought they were just a consulting firm who came in after a game was long in development to help flesh out some things. Nope, sounds like they were hired right from the beginning to make this game. It's weird how all of their lies always end up getting found out. But Art's LinkedIn page also confirmed he worked for Reflector Entertainment as brand content manager from April to March of 2019. Given Sweet Baby Inc. worked on the game, it's added to the Compruto Sweet Baby Inc. Detected Steam Courier list, which now boasts nearly 450,000 followers. And if you haven't already gone over and followed that in your Steam guy, definitely go check that out, because, or girl for that matter, it is totally worth it. Furthermore, it was reported that Reflector of Bandai Namco began banning individuals who mentioned Sweet Baby Inc. on the game's Steam forums. DeSascio says, in Steam forums for the new upcoming game, they started mass banning everyone who mentioned Sweet Baby Inc. or said negative things about the game being woke. It was a total purge. They wiped out around 99% of the forum. Well, now apparently they backtracked on all that and allowed, because now, as of this writing, there were multiple threads on the game's forum bashing the game for its association of Sweet Baby Inc. and its pushing of woke ideology, whether that be through the game's character design or its narrative, as i.e. the uglification of the main protagonist that we talked about at the very beginning of the video. And it looks like they finally just went, you know what? we're not fighting this anymore. We can't fight this tidal wave. We're just not going to bother even trying to ban people or stop people. We already know this thing's a loss. We already know this thing's a failure. And that's probably why Bandai Namco is doing all of the drastic reductions that they're out there doing, because they know this thing is going to be a flop. They have way better internal numbers than what we have looking from the outside looking in, right? They have way better numbers than the Steam numbers. They have way better numbers than these anecdotal evidences from a lot of these different little retail stores out there. They know how bad this game is going to be. That's why you don't see a lot of push for marketing out there. That's why you don't hear a lot about this game out there. They know they have already basically essentially pulled the plug on this game. They are washing the hands of this. They know this thing's going to end up being a disastrous dumpster fire, and it's probably going to end up costing them hundreds of millions of dollars. Fortunately enough, Bandai Namco is a very large company with a lot of very successful brands out there. Unknown Nine Awakening is not going to be one of them in any way, shape, or form. Hopefully, Reflector Studios will end up going the exact same way as so many of these other studios have gone after they decided to go woke and then go broke. They have these massive amount of flops because they are involved with companies like Sweet Baby Inc. out there. They literally let Sweet Baby Inc. write this story out there, completely and totally run this game, and now we could end up seeing the end of Reflector Studios as we know it. And honestly, boys and girls, it's exactly what they deserve, because after all, go woke, go broke.